Hello everyone, thank you for coming back. Today we're going to be talking about Job chapter 38 verse 4. It says, "Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me if you understand." Now when I read this verse a couple of weeks ago, to me it reminds me of a parent saying, okay, so what do you know about life? You know when you're growing up and you think you're the owner, in Brazil we say the owner of your own nose. You think you can make your own decisions because you know everything, but your parents say, no, you don't know everything. You don't have that wisdom yet. You don't have that knowledge yet, And so that's what it reminds me of. And this verse, it just gets me thinking of the fact that we complain a lot and we question God's doing a lot, and we are living in a generation right now, and I cannot speak for other generations because this is my generation, but we are living in a generation right now where we have lost that awe of God. We have lost that amazement of God and who He is. Because, truth be told, there are a lot of people messing up the views of who God is. And there are just so many things in our lives that take our minds, that take our hearts and take our eyes and everything captive. And so we cannot see God's awe. For us in this generation, or I have seen at least, we need, angels to come down from heaven in trumpets, and we need so many things to happen so that we can say, wow, there is God. We are not conformed with the little things. We're not happy with the little things that He does. Maybe it's finding a new job. Maybe it's providing for your family. Maybe it's opening a door that you've been asking. We need so much more. We need so many things just bigger and greater for us to realize how big and how awesome God is. And the fact is that He's showing up on a daily basis. He's showing up every single day. He's showing off every single day in the smallest things in our lives, in other people's lives. But we are so used to, unless it's coming with trumpets and sounds and, everything announcing His coming or something, we don't realize that it's Him. We don't see it. We are just so paralyzed to His awe and to His greatness nowadays. And so we kind of take that role of God sometimes in our lives. And we start telling God in our prayers, and we start telling Him in our minds what to do. Have you noticed that? Sometimes, instead of just praising God and asking Him and recognizing who He is in our lives, we kind of take control. And we want to tell Him what to do, when to do it, how to do it, why to do it. We want to be gods in our lives. And we want to tell God how to do His job, essentially. We want to tell Him, hey, you're not doing a good job. Let me tell you what you should do. Let me tell you how you should improve that. And God says, I just imagine Him kind of laughing and shaking His head and saying, where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Hey, I created this earth. I created it all. I created you. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me if you understand. Tell me, where were you when I made the animals, when I separated night and day? Tell me. So now you know more than I do. You're my creation and you know more than I do. All of a sudden you're going to tell me how to do my job? I just imagine God saying, I've been here from the beginning. Even though you cannot see it, I am working and I have control of the situation. And I know exactly what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, why it's going to happen, and how I'm going to do it. I don't need your help. I don't need you interfering. I don't need you worrying about the situation. I don't need you trying to be God and taking my place, because you have no power and you have no idea how to do things. You know, I can just imagine God saying, hey, let it go. I got this. I was here from the beginning. I got this. You know? So today, when you're gonna pray or talk to someone or just think out loud, think about the things that you're saying to God. Sometimes the way we're praying is, God, I want you to do this, and that. Because this for that reason. I want you to do this. God, or we ask, can you do this for me? Or look at this person that is suffering, and we expect it to be done right away. We expected him to just go like this, and a genie, right? Because everything is done, and no. We have to be under his guidance. We have to be in his plan, in his agenda. Sometimes we create our own agenda, but we need to realize that he has his own agenda of things and how to do things. And realize that, hey, he was here from the earth's creation. Heck, he was here before the earth's creation. He's the one that put down the earth's foundation. He set everything that we see around us and who we are. Touch yourself, pinch yourself, who we are. That's because of him. We have no place in telling him what to do, how to do anything, and trying to be our little gods on the earth, because that's just not our role. He is God alone. That's it. Stop worrying, stop fretting, stop blaming, stop complaining. Just put it in his hands and let it go. And breathe. And know that if God has had control of the earth and made this whole earth from the beginning, he certainly has control of your life and everything that happens around you. Even though you think it's a whole mess and everything, hey, when the earth started, it was a whole mess, right? It was a whole mess. The light and the darkness were together, and the water and everything. He had to separate everything one day at a time. He had to separate everything. He had to create certain things. He had to assign certain roles to certain places and certain things. Everything one day at a time. And you may see a chaos around you. You may see like the earth is all messed up around you. But hey, he's got this. He did it once, and he's going to do it multiple times in your life. He's going to start separating, but give him time. Stop worrying. Stop fretting. Just trust in him, and he's going to show up, and he's going to show off like no other. I hope this message spoke with you, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.